Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. And we are back again. All right. All right. Let's shuffle that playlist. And then let's get ready to play. Okay, so we got some red rains. We got some good stuff. Let me think. What do we need next? See if we can't get like some good rains. Well, that's it. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Hope you all are having a good one today. No. Not good. How you guys doing today? When I went live, I saw there wasn't a lot of people in the last Epoch directory. It could be we're all getting ready for Battlefield 6. So tonight might be a lighter stream. Plus Thursdays, you know, we got Thursday Night Football. We got Critical Role for all my D&D friends out there. So I get it. Had a good day going back to work. It was a lot of hard work, but it was overall a good day. Let's go back over here. Hey, what's up, Orvax? How you doing? Welcome back. You're doing okay? I'm glad to hear that. Got anything fun and exciting going on right now? Or is it just, nope, it's morning? Not really. Doing some writing later. Okay, I got you. If you don't mind me asking, what are you writing? You working on a project, or is that personal? If that's personal, I understand. Writing can cover a gambit. It could be like, I'm writing poetry. I'm publishing a book. Oh, awesome. I'm writing in my journal. Okay, I Dragon Rider LITRPG, aiming to get one published. Oh, okay. What's an LITRPG? I don't think I've ever heard of LITRPG. TRPG, tabletop role-playing game, for sure. I'm trying to think, what is LI? Believe me, you'll probably say, and I'll be like, should have guessed. Oh, that is good. In books, LITRPG, literary, copy from Google. Role-playing game is a genre where the story incorporates the mechanics and progression systems of video games and tabletop role-playing games. These game-like elements such as stats, skills, experience points, quests, and levels are central to the plot, not just background details. The protagonist is often a player character within a virtual reality RPG, or a character in a world that operates with the game mechanic. Okay, I see what you mean, Orvax. I was like, man, that was quick. Literary. So I feel like I've only read one book that captures that essence, and that was Ready Player One. They're in a game world. Like, yes, they're in the real world as well, but the book largely takes place in the virtual reality landscape where they have certain constraints. Level 99. Dungeon Crawler Carl. I've never read that. Never read that one or seen the movie. Like, the movie is fine. I think the movie is fine. It's just the book is so jam-packed full of references, they couldn't get the rights to all of them. Also, Steven Spielberg directed it, and I guess he had this weird idea that if he put references to his films and stories in there, it would be self-indulgent. So he left out a lot of Spielberg references that were in the book, and I felt like that did it a bit of a disservice. But I mean, I already knew they couldn't put all the references that they had in the book. It's a great book if you ever get the time. I got it in. I don't know if they do these anymore. Yeah, I don't know if they do these anymore, but there's this thing called Loot Crate. It was really popular there for a while. Very popular. A monthly subscription, and you get a box in the mail every year. Not every year, but every month. And it would have like a bunch of nerdy stuff in there, and one of those boxes came with a copy of Ready Player One. Wandering In? Oh, okay. How you doing, Mugshade? What's up, bro? What level of corruption? Honestly, this is probably the end of it right here. Oh, gosh. That was bad. This is probably the end of it right here. I feel like this build could go further depending on gear, obviously, but I think the biggest thing holding me back right now is cleanse on my belt. Ravenous Void has allowed me to push higher, but whenever the Ravenous Void pops, it can be pretty detrimental. Like, we can still regenerate health without leech, which I think is cool, but like, I can feel it. Like, I could definitely feel it. But one thing that was happening to me quite often after I push into 1,000 corruption with this build would be random one-shots. Those have gone down since I've switched to Ravenous Void, because oftentimes I'll be strong enough to survive a hit and then to, you know, get all the benefits of Ravenous Void, but not having cleanse really stinks. And that's just, unfortunately, it's kind of rough with this build. It requires a 2 LP on an already not super common item. And yeah, I mean, I guess the only option would be to sacrifice health. Yeah, I guess the only other option would be to sacrifice health and then just get a 1 LP belt and then slam the cleanse on there. But losing 26% health is pretty rough. So I think the level of 1,150, somewhere around there, that's probably gonna be it for me. Because, like, if you take this off, like, so no belt, we've lost well over 500 health. And unfortunately, Shatter Change is just so good for the build. Like, it's really tough to try and, you know, not use it. Because, like, I have Brewmaster's Buckle, right? I have Cleanse and Health on this Brewmaster's Buckle. And it has a lot of great things, right? It has endurance, which I don't need, but if I needed to, there it is. We got tons of potion slots. We got vitality, which is also very good for my class. But I'd like to point your attention to this. Our armor drops by about, depends. When we hit an enemy, it goes up. But losing that much armor, that's a form of damage reduction, unfortunately. And especially when we're converting certain things like physical or, you know, well, this one's not as good of an example here, but, you know, armor is pretty important. Tried new Absalom today, had to return it. I'm too old for button mashers. I had never heard of Absalom. But yeah, here, let me equip this. So we got more health, we have less armor. We have cleanse, which is pretty good. The biggest thing would be the damage. We lose flat. We're losing a certain amount of flat damage. Alright. We're losing a certain amount of flat damage. Imagine Hades and Golden Axe had a baby. Okay, cool. So now, cleanse. I was able to cleanse that ailment. I can now immediately go back to getting damage reduction with this setup. It's not too bad. The damage has certainly fallen off a little bit. The biggest thing I noticed this in is the bosses. So I said earlier that if I hit an enemy, I gain some armor. That is true. If you look, I've now gone up to 55% armor. All right, that's not too bad. 56, 57, depends on what kind of enemies I hit. That's roughly where I was already at with. That's roughly where I was already at with Shattered Chains. Plus, Shattered Chains gives us the ability to negate stuns for 4 seconds after we drink a potion. That's actually very large for... That's very large for melee builds. So, unfortunately, there's just so much good that comes from Shattered Chains. You get a massive amount of increased armor. Flat melee void damage, increased melee damage, and then, you know, the creme de la creme, 5% more melee damage per stack of doom. We use Siphon of Anguish to apply doom. Let me try and showcase this a little bit better, because I know I was able to do that last run fine. It can do 1,000 corruption fine, but when you're trying to blitz through some of these bosses pretty quick, it sucks. So, like, you know, damage doesn't seem too bad, right? It's going at a pretty fair click. We're kind of chewing through it. It's not too bad. Maybe I am overthinking this. I noticed with the bosses, it didn't do as well. Okay, so 82%. That was like, what, 30 seconds? Obviously, I didn't time myself. You can right-click destinations instead of clicking them when you travel. Oh, you mean this? Right click on the waypoints. Yeah, I'm aware of that one, Mugshade. Old habits die hard, also in monolith systems sometimes. Okay, so yeah, it's a pretty decent chunk of damage that we're giving up, but you know, having cleanse is very nice. Old habits die hard, but also, so we can do that one right now. I don't mind doing that, but when I'm in the monoliths, I like to try and catch myself, because I already have a big problem of just going through without reading the modifiers. Sometimes I can catch myself, but when I click on it, I'm like, oh, hold up. Obviously, I could just right click on it and go. Save myself, you know, the half a second or the extra click, depending on how you want to look at it. Personally, I like just clicking and looking at it first. Oh, Cricky coming in with a gifted tier 1 sub to Mugshade. Thank you so much, Cricky. I will say this. There's a part of me that wishes they would just boost the damage, melee damage of everything by 10%, and then take Shattered Chains out of the game. Or convert Shattered Chains into something else. Because it feels so mandatory. Like, I don't really feel like I have a lot of options when I'm playing a melee build. Right? It's just like, I'm playing melee. Shattered Chains, Siphon of Anguish, and or Apathy's Maw. Locked in to your gear. So I feel like if you split the difference, give all of melee a 10% more damage increase, and then remove Shattered Chains, that would open up multiple different options. You're not stuck trying to farm a belt from a specific boss drop that's kind of cantankerous, right? It could take a while. Like, sure, you can just farm it right off the bat at the entrance there, but the drop rate is so low. Your drop rate increases significantly the further you push out from the beginning. And I think that's just kind of an annoying farm as a result. I know I might lose some you know, points there by saying remove Shattered Chains. It's just, I feel like it's an automatic lock for any build. You're stuck using Siphon of Anguish or the boots or Apathy's Maw. But the problem is, for the most part, your boots, you don't really want to use Stymied Fate, right? You don't really want to use it because, like, they're cool, but they're largely uninteresting except for the fact that, you know, you can get Doom, and then if you're playing like some sort of dot build, they can be pretty nice with the huge amount of dot damage they give. I don't really think too many people are like, oh yeah. Let me see, do I have a pair of Stymied Fate? I have a couple. So I don't think anybody's like salivating over 15% increased cooldown recovery speed for teleport, or Fury Leap, or Lunge, or Transplant, or Shift. I feel like what most people focus on are the last three that you get: increased damage over time, chance to apply doom, chance to gain haste. Right? I feel like most people are not going to use Stymied Fate for any of the four options. Have I tried Army of Skin? Army of Skin with this build, no. I liked the 102% melee critical strike multiplier. I will say Army of Skin is pretty tantalizing for, you know, you get more damage to high health enemies, which is nice. With this build, though, we already kind of just cleave through them pretty quick. I'd be most interested in the melee attack speed and the movement speed. Oh, man, 26% more damage to high health enemies. I got a low roll here, but it's a 2 LP. No, I haven't. I have not. Looking at it, I just found Solarons to be more interesting. With an always up 102% melee critical strike multiplier. I wonder if the melee attack speed could make up for it. We could certainly like go slam these. What do we get? We get 12% and then 19%. We would actually have less movement speed with this. We got a 22%, 13%. We have a yeah, we would get less movement speed with this pair of Army of Skin. You get a lot of armor if you don't need Fizz Res Blessing. This is true. I don't. Okay, do I have any garbage? There we go. Yeah, it's set. Yeah, we'll just use this. All right, let's try out Army of Skin. Let's see. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Yeah. I still have FP. I'm not going to try and craft anything. I got plenty more. I jumped the gun on that one, chat. All right. All right, so we've had a recommendation to try out Army of Skin over Solarons. What we got here? All right, so let's go over here. All right, so replace that with armor. Okay. Decent amount of armor. Let's try this out. Let's try this out. Let's see what we get. All right, we're still pretty good. I mean, nothing could have really made me survive that. Okay, let's go back here. More DPS. Well, on the surface, how's work went fine. At what point is it considered no longer high health? I mean, it doesn't really seem to matter. It doesn't really seem to matter. It has slowed down a little bit, but not enough for me to be like, okay, it looks like it was probably pretty good. Oh, and then threshold. Okay, yeah, good call, Mugshade. Yeah, work was fine. A lot of walking. Oh my gosh, like, and my mobile kitchen is there. It wasn't ready. I got to take a look at it. So we won't be moving into it fully until like next Friday. Okay, well, I do have a 2 LP army of skin. I could try and get like a pair of boots with like vitality and movement speed, or vitality and hybrid health. Yeah, this is true, Mugshade. I think for Echoes, Brewmasters is fine. Like, I think we have enough damage regardless. We can get by just fine using Brewmasters. I think my biggest thing was the bosses. Oh, nice. Okay. So what do they got? Chance to... Okay. So let's fight these bosses right now with Army of Skin. And then come back. Alright, and then we can come back with Solarons. Okay. So I think from what I'm seeing, like we'll test this with Solarons. I think from what I'm seeing is like the damage spikes higher faster, and then it slows down, but it's not that much different compared to Solarons because we have the increased attack speed to go with it, if that makes sense. So I think overall it's leading to higher DPS. Oh yeah, yes, it does, and I think that's what it's doing. So we get that huge more damage multiplier. So we chew through them faster, and then the DPS, the damage numbers itself, kind of drop off a little bit. But because of the increased attack speed that Army of Skin gives, it ultimately leads to just a bit higher DPS. Because you also think about it. Kind of hard to tell. I might need to go back to the dummy and actually time myself. And we could go for full clear of the dummy. Alright, so let's go back to the dummy. Because they're both pretty strong. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they're both pretty strong. Huh. Oh, there it is. All right. So, start. Okay. 117. It's technically 116, but you know, for me moving my hand over there, that's fine. Okay, cool. So let's try it again. It might actually be an Army of Skin's favor here. All right, so the number to beat is 117. Okay. Go. Frick! Hit the wrong button. Okay, so from my memory, I reset it. From my memory, it looked like as I was getting ready to hit stop, instead I hit restart, my bad. It looked like it was at 110. So let's try running it again. I know this is very, very engaging gameplay. Everybody loves this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. One 14.5. So about 3 seconds faster. About 3 seconds faster. And honestly, this is not even a really great rolled pair of Army of Skin. There's more room for Army of Skin here, considering the pair of Army of Skin boots I have. Whereas this is pretty much near the top. Right, okay, we're missing 3% melee critical strike multiplier. Big whoop. This, we're missing like 21% more melee damage to high health enemies. I mean, yeah, so, yeah, I gotta give it to Mugshit on this one. Looks like Army of Skin is more DPS. Pretty neat. Hey. So I do have a 2 LP Army of Skin here. Movement speed's good, but the damage portion is severely lacking. So I think what I'm going to try and do is go do some farming. Farm up some LP here. not LP, favor, and then try and do some boot prophecies.
Greetings.
Well, let's do that. Try and get some more unique boots. See if we can get ourselves a nice 2 LP. Very nice. Oh man, these winged fire guys are very annoying. Man, that's just really annoying. Little guy flies down, half the time you don't see him, they one-shot you. Now, I can't complain too hard because this is, 1,000 plus. Wait, you tell me not a single T7? Oh, okay. This is my favorite build of the season. It's pretty fun. It kind of has good contrast. Like it's really fun, but at the same time, it's got an annoying thing about it to kind of balance it out. In this case, the health loss. It forces you to have to kind of think outside the box. Now, I did try running with no portent and like health slammed on there, and ultimately I think the play is null portent 2 LP plus T7 Rive, and then if you're lucky, another exalted affix for percent health, and hopefully you get both of those. But that's pretty annoying to farm. Right now, I got a pretty good Titan Heart. The thing that really just kind of hurts this build is the fact that Titan Heart has no, you lose all health regen while using it. So you especially lose your health pretty quick. And when you're using something like Ravenous Void that would like you to have, a health total above your endurance threshold, it's just kind of annoying. But like I said, it's a problem that forces you to try and, like, you know, not just, like, try and build around it to accommodate it. The bike. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Just, I mean, the damage is insanely high. Reflecting my way through monos. There you go, man. Oh, what? We got critical strike avoidance, don't we? I took critical strike avoidance. I'm a freaking moron. I am a moron. Critical strike avoidance. Oh, this is a headache, chat. Oh, you know what? I should imprint that 2LP Army of Skin. That would probably be better for me to do it that way. Instead of like, let me go save up a bunch of favor. Yeah. I can buy favor from the new vendor. This is true. I could just do that. Wait, you can buy favor? He sells favor? I know he sells amber. He also sells favor? Jeez. Well, I know he sells amber. Well, no. I can look. He might sell both. It's just amber. Okay. Well, in a way, I guess amber is favor, right? You can run the monos you want with high. You know. I mean, Mugshade's not wrong. He just left his step out. It is Weaver favor, and then with that you can buy more, pun fully intended, more favorable woven echoes to farm, wait for it, favor. Yeah, sorry, Ravenous Void. I don't really think this does anything, right? Because this only works for sealed affixes. Well, I'll put it there anyway. You just hit level 100. Congratulations. Yeah, take the more gold blessing. So what are you guys up to tonight? How are you guys doing? Booling on LE and watching you, bro. Oh, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for being here, Jesse. Failing slams and chilling, the usual. Hey, yeah. Failing slams unite. Though, you guys seem to like the slams with bike that got uploaded this morning. Was that the menu one? The one where I slammed a cleaver solution with double T7 melee minion damage, yeah. Got you in the fourth monitor while I tried to work. Was being too lazy. Oh, you saw that one? I'm glad you liked it. All right. Ooh. Down, boy. All right, keep it rolling. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was unfortunate. Oh. Squeak? Is that you? Coming to see how LE's going? LE's going pretty good, brother. I think a lot of people have decided to wait till next season just because this season felt pretty familiar to a lot of people. I'm excited for that too. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they bring. I think I'm mostly hoping for them to do it right, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is I want them to release a good expansion. I don't care if I have to pay money for it, but I don't want seasons to suffer as a result. It'll be over a year. I think so, Mugshade. I think that I think an expansion is something that they weren't planning, but Krafton pushed for it. I don't know how much weight Krafton had behind it. It could have just been a suggestion, and they were like, huh, yeah, let's do an expansion. Trying Torchlight Infinite for the first time. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. How is PoE 2? I've said that I should play PoE 2. It seems like this was a good update. Right. So I guess my main fears for an expansion are they release a bunch of game mechanics, items, and stuff that are locked behind a paywall, right? And as a content creator, as somebody who likes to make build guides for everybody, I know I'm going to buy it, right? I'm going to get the expansion. But then if I'm like, yo, this build is so good, guys, the only way this works is if you buy the expansion. There's going to be people who are like, nope, already spent money on the game. They promise no paid content, whatever. I'm out. That EHG did say that. All right, EHG did say that, but you know, times have changed. And then there's still ours. I haven't played that. Hey, what's good, repeats? But at the same time, EHG wants to make money. I don't blame him for that, but it would be really kind of a bummer if it's like, yo, here's this really good build. It requires an item from the expansion. It requires an exclusive unique. Yeah. Yeah. So that would be a bit of a bummer. That's not a deal breaker for me. I think it would be if you buy the expansion, you get like some sort of tangible power gain that cannot be attained anywhere else. Depends. I mean, you could make an argument that the exclusive uniques might do that, but I think they came out and said our ideal business model didn't work for us, so we're pivoting to expansions. It would go over a lot better. I think, yeah, repeats. I think that would work. Still think it could have been anyone other than Krafton, given Krafton's very poor reputation with wrecking games. Maybe region-locked areas. I think I'd hope not power, skill, gear related. You're right. I got you. Story content, region-locked thing. Yeah, we shall see. Orvax, when you say I still think it could have been anyone other than Krafton, are you saying that EHG should have sold to anyone other than Krafton? Barbarian will be the new class for the expansion. Yeah. You know what? Primalist, track with me, guys. Primalist should get the Barbarian. But Sentinel, and I'm going to speak this into existence now. Mike, anybody at EHG, if you are watching, listen to me right now. Sentinel should get the Death Knight. I mean, bro, Death Knight, it would be the Death Knight. No. Death Knight, Bro, that would be so sick. Some like a hybrid necromancer sentinel class. Basically, if you're not read up on any of Crafton's history, I have, Oravax. There's certainly some questionable decisions that have been made by Crafton in the past. The whole Subnautica thing's kind of... We shall see. Time will tell. Time will tell if EHG made the right decision here. You know, Crafton and Tencent that owns GGG are owned by the same company, right? No, I have not heard that. Who owns Tencent and Crafton? Wasn't meaning to be blunt. Oh, we like blunt around here, Orvax. You're in good company. Oh, I love the next masteries to be hybrids of the 5 classes. Like, you get one mastery from Primalist Sentinel, you get a new mastery. So are you talking like a Grim Dawn thing? We can now kind of select. I mean, I guess that doesn't go against my what I said. I said it would be a mix of necromant, of Acolyte and Sentinel. Okay, so 5 new masteries, but essentially you select a subclass. If I'm tracking that correctly. You select a subclass, or maybe even 10 masteries, depending on who the dominant subclass is, right? Or who the dominant main class is. So I chose Sentinel and Necromancer. I now get a Death Knight. I chose Sentinel and Primalist. I now get I now get a Barbarian. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I would not be opposed to classes, a new class being locked behind an expansion, because I feel like that's what expansions are for. That's what I feel like expansions are for. Right? I feel like this has been very successful in the past, and if they're going to introduce a new class, I would not be opposed to it being behind an expansion. Content should be free, new classes should be paid. Okay, I could see that. As long as it's a new class. If it's a new mastery, I feel like that would be kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Though I could be persuaded. Or if they do something like what I've said this to other people, including Zam, but Primalist really needs a Void Mastery. Yeah, like no, Orvax, I'm there with you. Like, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Like Void Squirrels, Void Touch Primalist. You know, you come from a land, you come from a timeline where the very nature of Eterra has been corrupted by the Void, but your character has learned to wield it and has infused it into everything they do. You know, Eterra's blessing is now just, dripping with Void. Your squirrels are now Void infused. Your that sort of Void Sork would be, like a Void Sorcerer would be really cool too. Do you think they'll bring the level of character customization of other games, Elder Scrolls? I don't know. Because I don't know how much of the character class is baked into the engine. I feel like Unity is pretty like Unity offers pretty good character customization in various games. I don't know if it can be implemented in this game. Do I think it's a possibility? Sure. Just because I know Unity can do it. Can EHG That is the question. Can EHG do it? I think that would be a start. I think that would be a start instead of like full on like go in, customize the size of your ears and that sort of thing. You have two different character models, right? You have male and female for each, right? Which would lead them to have voice actors for each. I think that would be a start. Then next, maybe you can get into it. Here's the thing though, like character customization for isometric action RPGs, in my opinion, and I'm sorry, I could be maybe a bit rude with this. I don't get it. Like most of the time you're fully decked out in armor. Like you wouldn't even know that my character is African American. Well, I mean, obviously this is a whole different world, but like you would have no idea that this character is black, right? You might be able to tell that this character is male, but you wouldn't know. Like same thing with Diablo, right? Like you spend all this time customizing your tattoos and stuff, and then you turn into a bear for most of the game. I mean, like it's like, so when it comes to action RPGs, I feel like character customizations or whatever. Now, if you give people the chance to choose male and female, that's different. I feel like that's different, but having full on character customization like that, I mean, right, yeah, because at that point, the thing you're going to interact the most with is the voice lines. So having a male and female version of a character class, I could see be more interesting than, cool, you can adjust how big your ears are. Great, now throw on this helmet. Unless the transmog that they bring to the game is like no armor, right? I'm not talking peeping Tom, weirdo stuff, but I'm saying like, unless every character has a basic set of clothes, and then there's a transmog that allows you to see all of your beautiful character customization that you have done, right? Naked, abnormally jacked whirlwind sentinel. There you go. About adjusting booba. I mean, I personally don't think that has a place in an action RPG, but I mean, sorry, Chizzy. Gooner's gonna goon, right? We need more representation. Yeah, sure. Like that could really, that could really go down a path, right? That could really go down a path. Like, at what point do you say, yeah, what point do you're just like, okay, like, do we really need all these options? I'm sure there's somebody out there who would probably really like all the options that, jiggle physics. There you go. I'm sure there's somebody out there who would really appreciate all of those options. I feel like a lot of it is solved by one male, one female character, but I mean that could lead to a whole different discussion. I would actually buy a rainbow whirlwind cosmetic. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so none of it would matter to you. Yeah, I think they do good themes there as well. You only have the Twitch drop MTX? Yeah, that's absolutely fine as well. Red Lightning is cool for mages, yeah. At some point, I'm going to make Fire Warpath. I'm going to quit trying to make Fire Warpath better. Than it is because the MTX is just so good. Yeah, there you go. Sith Lord Mage Red Lightning MTX fits the fantasy well. Yeah. Plus the MTX they added with here, I'll show you. I mean, Sith Lord. Yeah, that's in the new supporter pack. The axe is sold separately. Haven't been on recently. Yeah. Yeah, this is the supporter pack. Yeah, so you can definitely, you know, do your Sith Lord. You could also do this hood. I don't think this hood's quite as good. You could do this crown. I don't even think the Immortal Emperor's crown is available in the store anymore. I think it was just a limited time thing. Okay, not too bad. It's got the red. I might just roll with this as opposed to humble brag. Yeah, let me roll with the carry on. Gonna need to fire the Raptor Beastmaster pack up. There you go. If you like that, Frogs is the build. Yeah, Frogs. Frogs is the build. Hold up. I gotta check something real quick, guys. Oh, hey, a mug shade over on YouTube. What's up, bro? I like how your mug shade. What's been my favorite build this season? I like bleed hammers a lot. The carry-on bleed hammers was a lot of fun. This build's been a lot of fun too. This build's been a lot of fun too. So it's kind of up in the air. I saw frogs. That looks awesome, but I did name my character Dr. Grant. Holy frig. What is going on in this football game, man? I got Jackson Dart on my team because Lamar Jackson got hurt. And holy... Philly is down 10 points. Allen, yeah. Philly is down 10 points. What in the world? Okay. I did not see that happening whatsoever. Especially considering that... Yeah, dude, because... Yeah, I had both Cam Scattaboo and Jackson Dart. I picked up Jackson Dart off the waiver wire, like a lot of people. I don't think too many people drafted him. And yeah, he's been good for me. He's been really good for me. You know, obviously being a Lamar Jackson guy. This was supposed to be a tough game for the Giants. What's my next build? Smite. Here, I'll showcase it for you guys. I made it in Legacy. Now, the only thing I don't have for this build in Legacy is like a Primordial or a T8. But hi, how's it going? It's looking pretty good. Okay, look at this. 800 corruption, right? Not insane, but I mean, I don't think most people are going to be like, your build's doing 800 corruption, you scrub. I don't think most people are going to be saying that. So check this out. It's also very tanky. And you're not locked into... You're not locked into scales, though scales is very nice. All right. Noobser, yeah. Just call me Captain. Oh wait. Now the cool thing about this, if you don't care about all of the attack speed and stuff, like the damage is pretty good too. And guys, remember, this is no Primordial, no T8. All right, this is just a build. Now it's got some, pretty good stuff, but I mean, like the wave clear. Hi, how's it going? So this is the next build. I did it in Legacy to be a proof of concept. You love Smite builds? If you love Smite builds, you're probably going to like this one. Now, I've done a build in the past called Machine Gun Smite that's fire. I'll make a YouTube guide for this one as well. But I wanted to try and recreate what I did here in Legacy in game. So items off the top of my head I think might be good for this. I mean, obviously we can go for something with like T8, you know, health or something like that. That's fine, but I was thinking we could use Mask of Indifference. But Legacy is in game. You're right. I mean, in season. I'm about to be like, no, but I'm like, oh, he's right. So yeah, we could go for Mask of Indifference, but here's the thing. There's just so many good affixes to have on your helmet. Like I got a ton of health on this one. I don't have mana though. I'd probably, instead of Vitality, would have preferred mana. Like flat mana. But yeah. Like this isn't too insane to get. I mean, okay, you can knock me down a peg for you can knock me down a peg for having these. All right, you could knock me down a peg for having double red ring with T7. Need more woven idols? Oh, do I need more woven idols? Possibly. I'm looking for more of this. Right? I'm looking for more of this. I mean, as you can tell, I haven't really, like this one, you know, less damage taken with a shield. I haven't really invested into that. Scales of Atera, if you can make it work with a guaranteed slam now, you guarantee that cast speed, brother, sisters, whoever. You're probably not going to get 3LP Orions anymore because, well, they made them harder to get. They were really easy to get in season 2, so that's how I got a bunch of this. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could, yeah, hey, what's good, Deech? You could definitely do that. You can use the mage. Not the mage. You can use the mace. That might actually be the way to go, is using the mace. Oh, but actually no, because the mace, you have to use an exalted. You can't use... And Polaris does so much for the build. Look, we're at 99 strength. If we had one more strength, that would be an extra 50 flat spell damage. Right? Chance to cast Smite on melee hit. The machine gun tech, right? Chance to cast Smite at 2 additional targets when you directly cast Smite. +2 to all attributes. There's so much on this sword. I don't think I could justify using an exalted. I don't think I could. I would rather use a wand. Now, with that being said, you could use a crystal wand. Right? You could use a crystal wand. You could throw on spell critical strike chance, spell damage, whatever, and then use that with the hammer. Wait, no, you can't. You can't use the hammer. Because it's a hammer. Sentinel can only dual wield swords in their offhand. Yeah. So yeah, sorry guys. I fed you some false information there. Have I tried a dual shield spec? Yes. What about Tribolectra wand? I mean, it's a wand. I'm sure that's fine. Let me look it up on Last Epoch Tools really quick. Okay. So you get built-in cast speed, nice. You get built-in spell damage, nice. Reduce mana cost, that's fine. Plus levels to lightning skills. Increase cooldown recovery speed for evade, nice. Increase shock duration and tendril +5 to up to +5 tendrils with shock orb. We don't use it. I would honestly, I mean, you could try it out. It depends on how hard it is to get with LP. Looks like you can get 2 LP just fine. Still gonna be honest, I would, if I was gonna use a wand and it had to be a unique wand, probably going for Mad Alchemist Ladle. Thank you so much for the likes over on YouTube. I've seen some Smite builds using it. Oh, I'm sure it's fine. I mean, it could be one of those things that I just try out just to see, like, does this fit? Oh, jeez. Oh, and I think at this point, that's the only thing that can kill me is these winged fires. The damage they did, like, I didn't even see it. It's so small. I was focused on this guy. I didn't even see it, and then, you know, obviously, I was dead. Yeah, Deej, I can already tell you right now that's a failure buzzer. Want to know why? A T8 would take your primordial slot. You couldn't use the mace. And I agree with that. And Mike said, don't ever look forward to it. I could agree with that, because then you every build's going to be about trying to fit as many primordials that make sense into your build. Mask of Indifference. You know, assuming you're in a build that doesn't need... you know, imagine using Mask of Indifference, Blossom Stone Amulet, and then dual wielding with the Exalted and the Mace. We already have enough power creep. I agree. The only thing I could see them possibly budging on would be allowing us to use one Primordial and one T8, but again, I think that's just too strong again. Yeah, that's the only thing I could see him possibly budging on is that. Because right now, I mean, I know there's some builds that use T8s, but for the most part, most people are just using the primordials. So the T8s aren't getting much love. Now, if they increase the range on T8s to make them, I mean, it depends. Oh! Sorry, guys. I was thinking about my build that I had done earlier. The one that didn't have any... I was thinking about that build I showed you earlier. The one that doesn't have any, like, primordials, and I wasn't sure what I could put on there. I remember what I was going to put on there now. No. Blade of the Babbling. The Babbling Blade. The Babbling Blade. Deej! Who says that? Toodaloo, I'm off like a prom dress. Bye! They need to make a creator unique for me. Like, yeah, I mean, honestly, guys, unless... Like, I don't even think Dread has a unique in the game named after him. Right? Zizarin's got a unique in the game for him. I think Perry finally got one. And I don't know how that happened. I know he said he was working with an individual. I don't know if that individual was somebody who bought the Kickstarter. Yeah, he has the amulet. I don't know if that individual was somebody who, like, purchased that Kickstarter tier back in the day and was holding on to it. It wasn't exactly clear how it happened. I think Perry absolutely deserved to have an item in the game. But I think there's other creators who deserve to have an item in the game before me. Aaron has the chest, yes. Zizarin's got the helmet. I think Boardman's got one of the he's got like one of the sets. Yeah, the amulet was good, but then it caught a nerf, and then they introduced Evolution's End. They're tourists? Whoa, hold on. Yes, I am here all season, but I would hardly call some of these guys tourists. Hey, what up, Kaiser, and how's it going? How you doing? Welcome back. Snowblind looks like Rax, but it wasn't. I don't even think Rax has an item in the game. What's good, Daryl? Yeah, I don't think Rax has an item in the game either. I think when he heard that they used to do that, I think I remember him saying, well, can I get an item in the game that spawns tacos? Taco Den? Yeah. Yeah, I'm with Rax. I think there's far more creators who have been in this game longer, who have been like a part of this community longer, who deserve a unique before I do. I don't think I deserve one. What food would I make into a weapon? How serious are we being here? Onion ball lightning. Okay. Meatball lightning. Yeah. First food item that came to mind that could be you like. The first thing that popped in my mind is some sort of meat item, like a rib, right? You pull out the bone, weapon, right? You know, rib bone to the neck. Tomahawk steak. You just peel off all the meat, bam. Yeah, exactly. You got yourself like a pretty meaty bone right there. But if we're talking like directly, like the entire thing is food, baguette came to mind, and then maybe like cayenne pepper spray, pepper cloud, cayenne pepper cloud. Yeah. Could also do, yeah, honestly, if I was going to try and turn a food into a weapon, I would do probably like some sort of, you know, meat product with the bones, or peppers, right? Like some, like get yourself like some ghost pepper. I'm Carolina Reaper, you know, that sort of thing. And like, you know, dehydrate them and grind them up into a powder. And then, you know. Yes, sir. Yeah, guys, so for that smite build I was showcasing you guys earlier, I remember the primordial I wanted to build around it with. The permanence gloves. Gloves of primal permanence knowledge, that sort of thing. Because with +4 to smite on our the Twisted Heart, you use those gloves, that becomes a +6. Plus, it gives us attack speed, a bunch of other goodies. Yeah, so these guys. Skill level stats from legendary affixes have 50% increased effect. Plus, it gives us a frick ton of mana. Increased attack speed. So you get one of these puppies. Giants scored again. Let me see what's going on. Oh no, Jackson Dart is now questionable to return? Did he take a hard hit? Who's in there now? Russ? Sorry, Squeak. Oh no. Holy Cam Scattaboo has 3 touchdowns? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Holy, I got scam. I got Cam. Bro, oh no. Jackson Dart, why? I mean, he got me a good amount of points. Like, don't get me wrong, but man, that's unfortunate. Hopefully Lamar's back next week. Well, I probably got the W this week. Come on, Saquon, get me a few more points. All right. Oh, oops. Oh, well, hello there. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Squeak. Is that where you're from, Squeak? Are you from Philly? I knew you were from the East Coast. You're not mad? Oh, New Jersey? Yeah, there it is. Philly born, okay. Hey, so Squeak, are you playing Battlefield 6 tomorrow? I should probably find a cemetery. Sure. Tell me some good one-button builds. What's good, Justin? Anything Warpath? You're always a .8 KDR clown. Yeah, I'm probably a .5. So you know, I'm gonna be on it though. Reflect is 0 button. This is true. You can do reflect and not even have to press any buttons. Well, I'm gonna be streaming it tomorrow, Squeak. So if you want to see some trash gameplay or not the best shooting, you check it out. I'm more of a support guy in those games, so I'll probably be running around throwing down med packs. I'll be like fixing I'll be fixing tanks and helicopters and stuff. Yeah. I already had the game pre-ordered back when I had more money. I know I pre-ordered the game. I'm stupid, but your boss is taking off for it. I actually originally had the day off, but one of my guys said he had a wedding he wanted to attend, and I'm gonna admit I forgot Battlefield was coming out and that I'd already pre-ordered it. It wasn't on my mind. And then on top of it, at work, there's this we want that one. We want this one. Then at work, is this not the one that drops the belt? Oh, it is. Belt of Orion. Okay, sorry. At work, we were supposed to be doing a bunch of stuff this week that actually got pushed into next week. And so, being the boss, I was like, I'll make sure I'm there. Yeah, sure, bud. Go do your wedding. And he's not getting married. He's going to a wedding. And now that whatever, the stuff that I wanted to be here for got pushed back. And I'm like, wait, why did I give up my day off? I could have been streaming Battlefield 6 all day. Oh well. I wasn't going to do him like that. Like, it's a wedding. You're off Monday? Yeah. I'm off Monday as well. Cool, I got a 2 LP right off the bat. Oh, oops. Belt. Tell me I got a good it's cool. Yeah, at this point I've just stopped farming for my current build. I'm just like, whatever, time to start focusing on the next one. Yo, Squeak, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I really appreciate it. Turtle fodder. Carry on my wayward son. Jeez. It used to be really easy to get 3 LP, so I figured, oh, we should get 2 LP pretty easily. Nope. Ugh. Yeah, like that used to be the default. You would automatically get 2 LP with an okay chance of getting 3. Now it's like, you know, oh, you got 1 LP. Thank your lucky stars. You be grateful. You're gonna like it. Ugh. No belts for you, bike. No belts for you. Come on. Come on, just one more 2 LP, please. Please. Should have asked before they dropped. I should have asked before they dropped. Well. That's how it's done, chat. That is how it's done. Thank you. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. You guys rock. All right, guys. Let's check out the belts. Okay. There we go. All right. All right, guys, we all know my track record this season with getting cleanse and health onto a belt, so I'm not holding my breath. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We have this 2LP Orion's Descent. Very nice. Not the best rolls, but it's my only 2LP that I found this season. We're going to be slamming it with this belt. We want, and you guessed it, cleanse and health. So, let's not get those rolls and see what happens. Let's go. I am nervous. I got cleanse and health on a unique belt this season, chat. Why couldn't you do that for Shattered Chains? This has been Slams with Bike. I can't believe it. I will admit, I got very bad rolls. 5 intelligence. Would have wanted at least 10. But dude, it's cleanse and health on a belt. Can't scoff at that. This is true. This is true. Oh, well, no, I wouldn't want to do that now. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that now. Because I already got the health and the cleanse on there. I don't want to mess up the health roll. This is fine. We'll probably try and farm a bunch of these when we're on the Smite build. Try and get a new one. You just need to. I mean, you're not wrong, Mugshade. You're not wrong at all. I just need to have a little bit of faith. Okay, cool. So here are my permanence of primal knowledge. Not good. Really low mana. I think mana would be the most important thing to put on here. Yeah, 8% increased attack and cast speed sucks, but 90 mana. Oh, even better. Even better. Holy, 91. 10% increased attack. Yes. This is the one, chat. And for the Nemesis tab. Yes. Now, normally I would do a slams of bike, but it's a 1 LP slam. So, you know, just pop it in and go. All right, let's look at my Polaris collection. 3 LP, 3 LP, 3 LP. I feel like I found it. Yes, I did find a 4 LP this season. 3 LP. Okay, cool. So we actually do have one 4 LP. Let's look at my spell damage. Not good. We could play with that one. Okay. Here's another one. Okay. What are we gonna want most on this build? Chance to ignite doesn't really matter. The thing is, we're kind of stuck. Like, this is the roll. Melee attack speed, which we wouldn't use. Spell damage, chance to... Okay, so this is fine, but we can't really... Now this one... we could play around with. Okay, let's try and chaos this into something useful. Chance of blind's not too bad. Okay. The chances of me... Okay, yeah, I was thinking the chances of me getting the low roll to go over so I can chaos the melee damage. With this one, I would have chance to shred armor. I would have chance to blind. I would have spell damage. Okay. Critical strike chance is not bad. Chance to shock is not needed. There we go. It's still usable though. But I would hate to use my 4 LP Polaris as, you know, for this. Okay. So, my best shot with this... My best shot with this is, remove something that's not exalted. It's trash. It's been a yellow. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna have to sit on this and think. Because this one, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Like, I might be willing to sacrifice this one to the 3 LP gods. The main thing I would need is spell damage and armor shred. And then I could use that while I try and find the perfect Polaris. So I could then put this one... Yeah, I could then put this one in and we could imprint this. Okay, so let's just look through these rolls real quick. Here we go. All right. Cool! That is crazy! I parried the hit? You could parry the blast? I did not know you could do that. I did not know you could parry that hit. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We have this 3LP Polaris of the Sacred, or Polaris's Sacred Lab. I'm going to redo that. Hold on. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We have this 3LP Polaris. We're going to be slamming it with this Crystal Wand. We're going to lock in the spell damage, and what we're going to want after that is chance to shred armor and chance to blind on hit. Now, if we got melee damage, leeches health instead of blind, whatever. I mean, both affixes are not super useful to the build, but getting the... Actually, no, chance to blind would be good. Hold up. I'm sorry, guys. You're going to have to hear it for the third time. All right? All right, cool. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. We got this 3LP Polaris. We're going to be slamming it with this crystal sword. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be locking in the spell damage, and we want chance to blind on hit and chance to shred armor. So let's see if we can make that happen, Captain. Let's go. I kind of got a feeling we got that melee damage leeches health in there somewhere. It's been, yeah. It's been Slams with Bike. Oh, yeah, armor shred is pretty important, chat. Spin booty with bike. Man, that's just yeah, Chance to Blind. I realized as I was getting ready to slam it that Chance to Blind is actually pretty good. Yeah, Chance to Blind was actually pretty good. I probably should have just done the 4 LP slam and called it a day. I was really hoping to get a build. I was really hoping to put something together where I could use all, like, it's a 4 LP, right? You want to make it count. But Chance to Blind is actually pretty decent because that frees up my helmet slot to use something else with it. I guess what I was really hoping to get out of it was mana. Spell damage, mana. Chance to Blind is fine, but, you know, we could have gone Chance to Chill as well. Armor Shred. Armor Shred is very huge. Those 3 are very huge. Now, we can use this one. This one will be fine. That's why I didn't want to slam this one, because I can imprint this. And then I have this one, which is fine, but yeah, about that. I guess if I did a 3 LP slam with this one, I could try and get chance. Yeah, whatever. It's done. All right, cool. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here a little bit early today. So if you're over here on Twitch, let's go ahead and let's raid Afia again. Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Afia. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow we are playing Battlefield 6, and then it is back to Last Epoch. Now, if the reception for Battlefield 6 gameplay on this channel is larger than I'm expecting, we'll do it again on Saturday, but then after that, it is back to Last Epoch. So for right now, we're doing Battlefield 6 tomorrow for 1 day planned. And unless for some reason all y'all are like, you must play Battlefield 6 more often, then I'll play it again on Saturday, but then that's it. We're back to Last Epoch on Monday. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you're over here on Twitch, we're going to send you over towards Afia Lapis, friend of the channel. Thank you so much for being here for this build. This has been a fairly successful build. This has been the farthest corruption I pushed all season. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys take care. Peace out. All right, YouTube, thank you so much for being here, guys. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for the likes. I'll be back again tomorrow with some Battlefield 6 gameplay. So I'm sure everybody's going to be streaming it. So I just want to play it, right? I just want to play it at least once. And then, you know, we'll be getting back to Last Epoch. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys take care. Peace out.